Hey everybody, Kelly here from J&KPotter. So this week is supposed to be another rainy and thunderstorm week, but I need to go out there and tie up my tomato plants, and I also want to stake up a few of the cucumbers so that they'll have something to vine around until they can actually reach the trellis. So I just peeked out the door a while ago and it is sprinkling, so I'm going to try to get out there and get this done before it actually starts pouring down rain, because the flash flood watches and the warnings are out as well. I'm done working in the hair shop today. So you guys, come on, let's go on to the garden. I am so glad that we didn't get around to cutting it down yet. So I will be able to make elderberry syrups and things like that. So I'm very excited. Got some flowers on it already. And I'm just going to show you the leaves on it. The leaves are all just like elderberries are supposed to be. So I'm pretty confident that I have an elderberry bush. Pretty excited about that. Okay, so I'm going to go through and just put a couple of these stakes in. And then I'm just going to put a leader so that they will follow it, hopefully. I'm not tying it very tight on the stem, just enough to, there's a good finger's width in there so the stem can really grow. Okay, so I'm going to do that on the other side with the other two cucumbers, and I'll get back with you and show you what I'm going to do next. Looks like I'm going to have a few green beans to harvest, but I have to wait till I'm in some garden clothes. I'm in my work clothes right now. Okay, I'm going to start on the tomatoes. Do you remember that tomato that got all ate up? This is not it, but this is it right here. It sure made a comeback. I figure I really can't hurt it since it didn't have anything on it earlier. And it wanted to live, so it took off. All right, we'll see what that can do. I don't know if I've told you before, but I just really do not like growing tomatoes. I don't know why, but I hope that they're rewarding this year, because if they're not, I probably won't do any more. I did some last year in a bucket, and I liked that. I was able to contain them that way, and that was okay. Doing them in a bucket was okay. But just to have them take space in the garden and then not really have them do much is a real downer. So we got some things tied. I'm going to move on down and get the rest of these done. I'll be back with you in a little bit. I need to come out here with some finer cloth mesh stuff and support these acorn squash a little bit, but for right now I'm just going to use a tie, and I'll show you how I did that. Okay, so I took a tie and just tied a knot around it, and then I just brought it around made a little slingshot looking thing and just set my fruit in it and just tied a knot on the other end. So that'll keep it secure until I can get the right thing for it. So if the vine borers don't kill that acorn plant, I got a lot of flowers that want to produce fruit, and I got a real nice one up there. So, but I love how it's gone on the trellis. It just looks so pretty. Starting to rain a little harder now, guys. Okay, for whatever reason, I have a cucumber plant there. So I'm going to put that stake beside it and try to guide it up this corner of the trellis, and maybe it'll have enough room to just go over and do its thing. Okay, so in a week or two I'll show you how that's progressing. This is bed 3, by the way. Got nasturtiums. Have you guys ever ate nasturtium leaves and nasturtium flowers? They're really good. Make sure there's no bugs on it. They're a real spicy taste that's really good in your salad. It's almost like a radish and an onion together. So you have to like spicy because it will kick your tongue. And the flowers are real pretty in a salad. You guys try them. Ooh, that was very sweet. With a little kick. All right, very good. I still have 2 tomato plants that are still in containers. 6-inch pots, actually. I need to do something with them. All right, this monstrosity of a tomato plant, I need to try to do something to it. And you guys, I just have not been in the mood to weed. I'll come out here a little bit and start weeding a little bit, and then it's so wet, and I'm just, I'm creeped out by the spiders. So all this is so wet I can't even get in to weed eat it because I weed eat with an electric weed eater. Well, let's see what I can do with this tomato plant. All right, that'll do for now. Got it up off the ground anyway. There's a big stem and he's come up. Well, I'll have to work on that later. There's another cucumber that I staked up, and it's grabbing hold of the trellis, or it's grabbing hold of the stake pretty good. Happy about that. I'm gonna have a really good cucumber harvest. Oh my goodness. I'm just really kind of embarrassed about how my garden looks, but you know what? Sometimes it just goes that way. And it's been so rainy and so gloomy, and you find time to get out here and it's still wet in the grass, so I'm still walking all over grass. And like I said, I get creeped out with the spiders and such, so I don't know. It'll dry up someday so I can get in here and weed eat. At least the area that I'm going to be walking on. All right, so outside this last bed, where that monstrosity of a tomato plant was, I have another tomato plant that has really just taken off, and it needs to be tied up. I didn't bring enough ties out. But this is my cucumber plant. Is that not awesome? For one thing, how it just hugs onto that trellis and it's going up and over. But all the flowers. I have so many flowers. I'm super excited. Plus you get to see things like that. Like that little curlicue, just looking for a place to hold on to. nature. It's so cool. Only God's design can do this, you guys. And supply us with an overabundance of seeds. I mean, one cucumber, just saving the seeds, will give you 100, if not more, plants that you can plant for next year. My volunteer tomato needs tied up again. So I'll have to bring out about a dozen ties next time I'm out here. And I still don't know what this is. It's I'm hoping it's a cantaloupe. But it do have some flowers on it. So hopefully it will bear some kind of fruit shortly so that I can see what it is. And I've just let it trail over into the other tubs. And that area back there where my potatoes are has been flooded 4 times. So I don't know if I'm gonna get anything out of that or not. It finally did knock over my sunflower. It looks like it's on the ground. And see my basket flower still back there. Not sure about the tobacco, I can't see it. And I'm not gonna go in there and try to show you because look at this mess. Weeds, weeds, weeds. Everywhere there's weeds. My apple tree still has apples on it. I can't wait. I hope they actually come to full harvest. I'm pretty excited. This will be my first year. And this is the kale plant that I'm letting go to seed. I did take some off the other day, and it looks like they are getting ready. As soon as those turn a little bit brown, they're full. Look how full those are. I'm going to be coming out here and snatch them off. Now I have tasted the kale from that's already gone to seed. Make sure there's no bugs on it. And I really like this kind of kale, so it's a little tougher, and it's got just a little bit of a tart taste on it, for me anyway. But I would definitely still put it in a salad. So, all right, I think I'm about done. I had not intended to do very much, so I didn't get my work clothes dirty, but I got them dirty anyway. You guys go out and enjoy life. Well, before I end this video, I thought I would come out and show you some of the stuff that's going on in my greenhouse. And of course, this is another day this week. I did not realize that it had rained so much overnight, and it's still sprinkling right now. So I think that we're in for another week of lots and lots of rain. You can hear the myrtles. They're not too happy. So I bet their little area is just full of water. I need to let them out so that they can come out and dig up some worms. Oh, the poor myrtles. Hey myrtles, I'm coming. I'm coming. Don't know if you can tell, but that whole area down there is just full of water. And they're up high. They love their perches. I am so glad. They got nice dry hay inside. I'm coming, babies. I'm coming. Give me a second. So when I open up their pen, they will just dart out and come out here. And this is gonna flood their little feet as well. But under this little area where I let them dig worms is good. I'm so glad. Come on, Myrtle, get back in here. I had one overshot, so she's outside. I gotta get her back in. Where'd she go? Oh, I hope she didn't go out there. All right. Okay, that myrtle has gotten out before. Hopefully she will just come back. I haven't let the dog out yet, so that's one good thing. Darn it. Oh, there she is. Good girl, Myrtle. Back in here. Come on. Myrtles. Myrtles. Come on. Come on, Myrtles. Go in. Good girls. Let me show you what I did yesterday. I put a tire in there just in case, you know, it was raining and I didn't get to them. And they each laid me an egg. Good girls, Myrtles. They really like plantain and clover, and I see some, so I'm going to be getting some and putting it in there for them. All right, now I'll go get them some clover. They're pretty picky about their greens. They don't just like anything. They don't like garden scraps. But they like chickweed and clover and plantain. So that's what I try to get them. So I don't know if I mentioned it to you, but I had made this alleyway for them so that they could have a lot more room. Well, I have one myrtle that likes to escape and go adventuring. And when I couldn't find her, oh, I just cried. I just knew I'd lost her. So I don't do that anymore. So for their safety and my sanity, I have to keep them in an enclosed area because they like to fly and jump up and get on high things. So just for that reason, I don't let them roam the backyard. For one thing, Butter's back here, so he's not quite used to the myrtles yet. He would probably eat them. Well, it's starting to rain pretty good, you guys, so I'm going to let the myrtles enjoy the worms and the greens that I gave them. They have some shelter from getting rain on them, and they love their roost. So I'm going to take you on into the greenhouse. Look at there, got some pretty colors in there. Let's go in. So my petunias finally made a show. These are the ones that I collected seeds from some petunias I had last year. Planted them And now they're showing their beautiful selves. Got some basil finally growing. Those are going to be white petunias when they bloom out. Got some red ones back there. Hey, got a nice little weed growing. And coleus. Planted coleus from seed. That's from the trade table that we had this spring. Got a basket flower up there showing its leaf, so that's good. My 18-inch sunflower has a bud on it. Pretty excited about that. I had 3 of those that sprouted. One back there, he's a little shorter. Some feverfew. Check out my curly kale. I'm gonna have a lot of curly kale. I've been eating on it, so hopefully I'll be able to eat on it all winter. And I also eat the nasturtiums. I showed you that earlier. There's another basket flower. I need to get him in a bigger pot now. Some more coleus back there. Yay! Just some stuff that I can pretty up my greenhouse with. It's quite a mess since did all that planting and such. But that's okay, because it's my mess and I like it. Hey guys, I really just came out here to show you the greenhouse and ended up showing you the chickens. And that turned out okay as well. I'm so glad, because you know, now it's pouring and I really wouldn't want to be in the pouring rain trying to chase a myrtle down. So it's going to turn out to be a great day, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed my videos.